Hello, welcome back. Sean here, Mountains Garage. You'll probably see this video tomorrow, but while I had everything spread out right here, I just posted the video. It took a while. It was a long video, half an hour, on stripping this TH475 as we found out it was. I've posted in the past about the TH475, and this video, I think I need to highlight a reoccurring problem that I continue to see. So briefly, probably if you're watching the video, you've heard me talk about them before, but the TH475 is only available in the 14,000 GVW chassis with 19.5 wheels. That is my experience, and it's listed the GVW rating in all the ID code lists. 10,000 will get you a traditional angle cut lower unit. 14,000 GVW, GM saw fit to build this straight cut unit. They're pretty rare. I mean, they're out there. I've had probably a dozen of them in all the cores I've ever had. And out of that dozen, probably 8 of them were straight cuts and the rest were angled geared. So I'm talking brake drum transmissions. I probably have 10 to a dozen. Total I've stripped, maybe more, I don't know. The stock traditional angled cut lower unit on the Turbo 400 is plenty strong. There are no side-by-side tests saying this is the hot setup and the other one isn't. I mean, that lower unit will get you well past a couple thousand horsepower reliably. It's a very stout piece. If you're looking to build a Turbo 400, I don't think it matters. In fact, I think you're better off with your traditional angled geared lower unit. And here's why. Out of the, let's call it a dozen I've stripped, maybe 8 of them have been TH475s. Out of those 8, 4 of them have the same problem. You saw me strip this transmission, and I made a mistake in my video. I didn't completely strip everything. The video's getting kind of long, and I knew better. Fortunately, before I called my buddy and told him he had a good transmission to build, I did take the output shaft off and check these sun gears. Excuse me, planets. You see me wiggle them. This is a reaction carrier. They have normal side-to-side play. But in the output carrier, and I've seen this in half of the ones I've stripped, rendering the entire lower unit useless, is the planet gear wears right in. So it's eating right into it. It's just saying it's junk. That's a tight one. That one's got a little more. That one's getting pretty bad. This one's cut in 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. This is junk. So, again, it's a rare unit. I don't know in the inner workings of GM how they came up with this as being a better idea. When you check the planet gears in a traditional Turbo 400 with angle cuts, you'll seldom, if ever, see a lot of wear side to side. For some reason, with the TH475s, more often than not, that is junk. It's sad, but I mean, the wash is gone and everything. I mean, it's a, oh man, that's 3/16 almost wore in. Oh, it's gonna come right out through the edge eventually. And this is a motorhome transmission with relatively low miles. Equally disappointing. So everything here, I mean, this would be serviceable if I had another output carrier, but I don't. And that's just the way it is. I just throw this stuff in a box and put in a traditional angled cut lower gear set and never look back. So if you think you need one of these, be aware that I think they have a flaw that I've never seen talked about, and this is, I saw one or two and said, okay, it could happen, I better check it. And again, in the video, I should have finished out, and I apologize, but I didn't even get up to the house to eat breakfast yet. And I'm like, you know what? Before I talk to the guy, I gotta make sure the whole thing's usable, and it's not. But that's the way it goes. And I said, my mistake, and you know, fortunately I caught it before I went to assemble it. And that is why when you strip something, you got to take it all apart, every last piece, and make sure it's usable. Otherwise, you'll be sorely disappointed. And that's what happened today. Here's a better view. See how far that's dug in? See if I can get you a good angle here. That is eaten in that far compared to normal. Let's find a normal one here. That's got some. That's got quite a bit. That's the really bad one. This one's good. Still has the washers on either side. That one's fine. This one, the washer's been eaten away. Odd we didn't find a lot of metal, but then again, he cleaned out the pan before I got it. That keeps the direction it's headed. It's gonna be right out through the side. And again, typically these motorhomes or very P chassis, or if this wasn't a motorhome, which it was, typically very low miles. If you see a motorhome with more than 50,000 miles, that's pretty rare. So I guess now I can go eat breakfast. I'm not sure which I'm more upset about, not finishing stripping it in the original video, or the fact that this thing is not usable and it's now a paperweight. What are you gonna do? Enjoy your weekend. Take care.